What's the best thing about living in Grenada?
And the spice, you have sunshine all around you. It's a beautiful place, friendly people, good environment, and so good attitude towards people. So it's great.
I'm here with the sea moss man, and he's got some special drinks. He says he's famous on YouTube.
Okay, let me explain.
But he's a Yankees fan though, so I don't like the Yankees. It's very good. He said it's good for prostate too. Do you want to try it?
The females don't come out and interact with people like that.
They don't?
No.
That's interesting.
They're smarter.
Likes you, Jen. If you're not a very patient person, you're going to have a difficult time in the Caribbean eating. Super long beach. Is she in charge of this whole thing?
She in charge of up there.
No, she. So the more dark chocolate you eat, the smarter you get. Another exciting morning here on the cruise because we're going to another new country I've never been to before, Grenada. I think this is country 79 for me. I gotta check my math, but I believe this is 79 for me. Super exciting. This became an independent country in 1974. It was under the British control before that, but it was fought over by the British and the French many times. I think it was the British gained it in the Treaty of Versailles, 1783. Of course, you might remember Grenada if you're old enough, as I am. For the 1983 invasion, when President Reagan sent in the troops here because there was a Marxist, an insane Marxist dictator here that we sent in the troops to depose in 1983, a brief invasion. Of course, there's a huge medical school here. It's one of the reasons for the concern, other than having Marxists on our doorstep and in our sphere of influence that we're aligned with Cuba. There's a huge medical school here, and there's a lot of Americans who got their medical degree here. Could be your doctor, you never know, who was trained here in Grenada. But anyway, it's also called the Spice Island. It's famous for its nutmeg and other spices. It's a lush, green, beautiful island. We're meeting a tour company here that's going to show us around this island this morning, and looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. So let's look around Grenada. Okay, Grenada. Let's do this thing. Very impressed by Grenada so far. Grenada is the only island where we have been cleared by customs, and we're able to get out before what time we're supposed to be out. So we're supposed to be out at 8. We were cleared by customs at like 7:35 or something like that. Amazing. Every other island, we're cleared by customs at like 8, I don't know, 8:20, 8:15 I think earliest, 8:25 latest. So we're off to a good start in Grenada. Gotta get the obligatory place sign, Grenada. Here we go. Boom. Downtown St. George's. So far makes a pretty good first impression. Now, these other, the other islands we visited so far on the cruise have been absolutely beautiful, but their capital towns, their port towns, have been nothing to write home about. A bit ramshackle, to be quite honest. But once you get outside of those towns, the islands are beautiful. But this is an appealing capital. I like this place. St. George's, all right. Looks good. Interesting little treasure hunt so far in St. George's. The guide sent me a little map, a treasure map, where to meet him. And it was marked on a place called Melville Street, named after Herman Melville, I imagine, who was maybe here on a whaling expedition. I don't know, but I'll try to find out. Asked like 3 people, hey, where's Melville Street? Because the sign says something else, the main street in front of the house. And finally, the first 2 people said they didn't know. And the third person said, well, you're on Melville Street. Okay. Still don't know where the heck the guide is, but I'm a little bit early. So I'm wandering around a little bit. Looks like we've reached a market, so let's take a look around. Whenever somebody says come here, I decide, no, I'll go someplace else. Some interesting looking characters, interesting looking market here. Good rule of thumb in travel. Someone said, hey, you, come here. Hell no. Go the other way. Oh, look at this poor dog hobbling in the streets. There's some very friendly people here and a few shady looking characters in this market. There's a nice woman who just said, good morning, welcome to the island. I like to hear that. She said, would you like to see what I have? She had her product line like under a blanket. I'll come back later. Some interesting stuff. Because again, they're famous for their nutmeg here. The city's just waking up. Love to see it like this. You love to see it. You love to see it. Let's see what's down this way. Morning. Morning.
Looking for some spices?
I'll come back with my wife. Morning. Some interesting stuff. And I'm here talking to Officer John. She just told me that Grenada is the most beautiful island in the world, which is nice to hear. Why do you think that way?
Because it's the land of spice. We have a lot of spices, nutmeg and mace and cocoa, and so we're celebrating 50th anniversary of independence next year, please the Lord, which would be a gala event that I believe you should come to and attend.
So 1974 was the independence year.
Yes, it was.
From Great
February
Britain?
7th, yes.
And you're better off without them, I assume?
Well, not necessarily.
Really?
Because we don't have our own money, so then it would be a challenge.
I'm from the States, and we have independence from Great Britain.
Oh.
And I think we're much better off without them. So I was
Because
just curious what you thought about
You
it.
have your own economy, we don't.
Right.
So then it's totally different.
You have the Eastern Caribbean dollar?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you think it would be better if you had your own dollar?
It probably will be, but maybe it's more stationary with the other islands involved.
What's the best thing about living in Grenada?
There's a land of spice. You have sunshine all around you. It's a beautiful place, friendly people, good environment, and so good attitude towards people. So it's great.
What's the hardest thing about living in Grenada?
The hardest thing about living in, I don't even know, because I've never thought about it.
Well, is there a high cost of living here?
Well, food is very expensive.
Okay.
But what else can you do? Food is expensive all over since the war started. So.
If you knew a place with cheap food, that I would like to know about it, because food is expensive everywhere these days, isn't it?
Yes, food is expensive everywhere.
And in my country, the cost of food is going up like very quickly. Is it going up quickly here too?
Well, yes, at times. You can't even manage at times.
I hear
But
you.
As I say, it's best. You have provision. You have farmers doing farming all over. You can even do your own farm. You can even do your own plant your crops and so on, reap from it and get to use from it. So it's
Last question, since you're a police officer, what about the safety and crime here? Is it getting better, getting worse, staying the same?
better. Very
It's getting better?
It's actually really low.
So they managed to reduce the crime here?
Yes, they do manage because we have a lot of police now patrolling to ensure that law and order is maintained at all times. So yes, it's
That's
extremely
great.
better. Yes.
So there's more police now.
Yes, there is more now.
That's good. So you encourage everybody to come visit Grenada?
Of course, yes. Come on
Thank
now.
you. It was nice to meet you.
Same here.
Thank you. I'm here with the sea moss man, and he's got some special drinks. He says he's famous on YouTube.
Okay, let me explain.
But he's a Yankees fan though,
This
so
is-
I don't like the Yankees. That's the problem.
This is cucumber and ginger.
Okay.
Okay? We got orange and lime and orange. And also we got the Mobi.
What's that one?
The back of a tree. The skin of a tree.
What's it
That's
called?
The back of a tree, that's
Yeah.
Mobi.
Mobby?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Mobi bark. That's sea moss.
Sea moss. That's your famous one?
Yes, that sea moss is way out. You go on 3 different climate of water to get it.
Right?
And you boil it,
Yeah.
or you could just soak it,
Okay.
and you take it to the milk, the nutmeg, the spice,
What about that
the
one?
coconut.
What's that one?
This is lemon,
Lemon.
lemon.
And what about that one?
And this is tamarind,
Tambron. Never heard of it.
tamarind.
Tamarind. Which one do you like?
I like the orange and lime.
Orange and lime? This one?
And
How is this one? I like the color of that one.
tamarind,
You ever tried that one?
And this is
It's good?
and this is going in apple.
That's the problem.
This is going in apple.
Which one do you like the best?
Yeah? Well, all of them is nice drink.
How much do they cost?
The sea moss is 10 and this is 6.
And what about
All
this?
the other
the other
drinks and
one?
them is 6. For the
6?
sea moss is 10 for the sea moss.
What's the local price?
Local price?
Yeah, is it same?
Same, that's the local price.
6, huh? For these ones?
Yeah.
I gotta get some of the local money. I'm trying the tamarind. Let's see how this one goes. Now, sea moss he is the sea moss man, so I should try the sea moss. But this tamarind looks too good, so I'm gonna try the tamarind.
Yeah. Very nice drink.
Let's see how this is.
Sorry. Hey, sorry.
Sorry, no.
It's very good. He said it's good for prostate too. Do you want to try it?
I don't sorry. Why you want the
You want to
connecting
try one
wrap?
of his or no?
I'll give you the connecting wrap.
Why you want money connected?
Very good.
Why?
Thanks, James.
That treaty had
Not the first Treaty of Versailles, not the Treaty of Versailles after World War I. 1783 Treaty of Versailles. Driving around St. George's up and down the hills here. That's the breadfruit tree.
from Southeast Asia, and it was brought here in Grenada to feed the slaves. So I guess it's a similar reason why it was planted all over the world.
So what's in the oil down? The oil down is the national dish of Grenada.
The breadfruit.
What else is in it?
It is a stew. So it is a stew. We put provision in it. The breadfruit is the main ingredient, main provision ingredient. You will put also bananas and other sweet potatoes, for example. But then you will cook it with traditionally they cook it with the salt meat, the salt fish,
Yep.
and the salt pork. Right?
Okay.
These days they are evolved. So you will get oil made of fish, vegetarian style, different thing. And then you will put all the nice vegetables in it, cook up with the spices, the turmeric, which will give it a nice yellowish color, and simmer it down to a
Tell
nice.
people who watch the video too, what's the name of your business so people can find you?
Oh, it's Tour de Spice.
Tour de Spice.
Tour de Spice. Yeah, this is.
And
the
I'll put
Isle
your
of Spice.
contact information in the video too.
Alright, yeah. Accusation and talk and back and forth, you know. So they was not happy with this situation. So that mishap that happened just made it a good excuse to come inside the country, you know. Yeah, that was the mountain. The areas up there that you're seeing with no houses is all part of the rainforest. The rainforest is 3,200 thereabouts acres of land that was preserved since 1906.
We're at Grand Etang Lake
Grand
now.
Etang Lake.
Grand Etang National Park. This is a volcanic lake. We drove up into the mountains to get here. It's maybe what, a half hour from St. George's?
Yeah.
There's about 200 monkeys who live in this area. And Garth says that there's a guy who feeds them. And then he brings them down to try to take pictures with the tourists to make a little cash. They don't?
No, the females don't come out and interact with people like that.
They don't?
No.
That's interesting.
Only
They're
the male.
smarter.
Look at the size of his tail. That is quite a tail, Lovey.
They use it to jump from the trees.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tails.
Yeah.
They catch
use
it
to
with
wrap.
We, I know.
Likes you, Jen. He really likes you.
Should I get closer to the thing or he's okay?
The king on a throne.
He is the king. Jumper's the king. Hey, Jumper, you're a good boy.
So he comes the other one.
You're a good boy, Jumper. Nice little lookout point here. It's about a 10-minute walk from the entrance up onto this viewing platform, and you see the east side of Grenada right here. Grand Etang National Park. Very interesting little place. This is the south side of the island. You see Grand Anse Beach and some of the others here. Now you said that there was not you don't have the local Creole dialect as much like the way St. Lucia does, but clearly you have to have some local expressions and stuff, because you were just talking to a friend or somebody. I could hear you have some like local expressions. Can you tell us what are a couple of good local phrases or expressions in Grenada that are unique?
Yeah, well, we have some words like jab jab, which is a traditional mass name, which is basically a French word.
What was it?
Jab jab, J-A-B, J-A-B, jab jab.
What does it mean?
Right? It's a French word. It's Juve, it's early morning mass, devil mass.
Okay.
Right? That's what it means. We have expression. Our expressions basically comes from the French. We speak in a French sort of arrangement in our sentences. What the French does, the French
Judge.
yeah, the French, we speak with a sort of French arrangement in our sentences. So you can hear French influence, you can have French words, broken French words in our dialect also. That is basically how
Give me an example.
Let me see an example. Wow. Pull up one of my things. I think it's I didn't think about one. Cacahoon, right?
Cacajon?
Cacahoon. Yeah.
Cacaho?
Yeah. It's basically talking about your rear end, basically.
Your what?
Your buttocks, you know?
Your butt?
Your butt, yeah. So
Cacaho?
Yeah, cacaho. It means like you're stupid. Yeah.
So use it in a sentence. Give me an example of when you'd use that
So
phrase.
we might run an insult and say something like, you a cacaho, man. Which basically means you're stupid.
You're a cockahole, man?
Yeah. What's your name, man? You're a whole cacaho. Which basically means, man, you're a stupid person.
I like that one. Did you hear that, guys?
No, why?
Cacaho.
Cockahole. Cockaho or cockahole?
Cacaho. Hole.
Cockahole.
It's like asshole.
Yes, right. It's like that.
It's the same.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
That's a good one. So Grenada consists of 19 islands,
19 islands in
but
total.
only 6 of them are inhabited.
Only 6 are inhabited.
This is the big one.
Grenada is the main island. Carriacou is the second largest. Then Petit Martinique. And there are some other 2 or 3 small islands where 200 or 300 people may live. Then there are other islands that are privately owned, and some that are just like desert islands.
Got it. So can you take a ferry to these other islands?
You can take a ferry to Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and then you will have to take, well, not a ferry, but a small vessel to go to some of these smaller islands.
I read that Petite Martinique is very nice.
Yeah, well, Grenada is a lovely place. Petit Martinique, Carriacou is known for its wonderful diving spot, its reef. As a matter of fact, Carriacou means island of reef.
Okay.
This year, 2023, it won best beach in the world.
Did it?
Islands Beach.
Wow. I assume not too many people live on the other islands?
No, Carriacou have a fair number of people. Petit Martinique have a population of approximately 900. Carriacou may be in the vicinity of 4,000-5,000 at least.
Okay. St. George's Harbor. Is the house of chocolate.
Take one. Yep. Crack it up with your fingers and smell the aroma. It's going to smell like dark chocolate. Alright? You can eat it, but don't eat it. You can eat it, but I want to give you the best
Also
of
got
one.
ice creams here too.
More yummy than
Here's some of the other Grenadian chocolate bars they've got here. They specialize in dark chocolate. Different varieties of dark chocolate. Quite an interesting place, very busy. Trying our chocolates here, and Jen's pointing out something to me that I did not notice in the chocolate shop, the House of Chocolate. She said there was a sign that said health benefits of chocolate. Garth is saying one of them is for the heart.
Yeah, it's a heart, cardiovascular, your nervous system.
But
It even says that it will help. Did it say your IQ? What did it say?
Oh, your brain.
it does improve your IQ.
Yes, it improves your brain activity. Yes.
Brain activity.
Yeah,
So the more dark chocolate you eat, the smarter you get.
And yeah, James said he should have taken some before the
For the test, he had his exam. But you said it also helps with weight loss?
It's the last thing on there. It says weight loss.
I wonder how much weight can you lose eating chocolate?
There is a beach, you got Anse Beach.
Garth just mentioned there's a resort here in Grenada. It's on a private island. Just
Califini
off-
Island.
Say it again.
It's on Califini Island.
And the name of the resort is?
I don't recall the name of the resort. It's quite
But it's they charge about $30,000 per night for a basic room,
Well, it's probably not a.
and up to $150,000. No, for the $30,000 they don't give you much. They just give you a single bed, no frills. $30,000 to $150,000. Oprah Winfrey stayed there. Bill Gates. One of the most expensive resorts in the world. Someday, maybe if we win the lottery, we'll go visit there. Nice little food stalls here at Grand Anse Beach. Bunch of different ones in this courtyard here. This is Grand Anse Beach. Super long beach. I think they said it was 3 kilometers long, something like that, and lots of different areas with natural shade too, and places where you can rent chairs. A lovely beach. If you're not a very patient person, you're gonna have a difficult time in the Caribbean eating. Went to this, fast food kind of place here called the Fish Pot, and they said, I ordered a chicken kebab. She said that's gonna be 45 minutes. I said, well, what do you have that will be a little quicker? She said, everything's gonna be 45 minutes. All right, I came back, and here we go. Chicken kebab is ready. Got a nice sauce on it. It's actually delicious. I don't know about 45 minutes if it's worth that, but pretty damn good. So it's called the Fish Pot. If you want to come, just come before you get hungry. Get your order in. Then wait for it. $7 US for that. Not bad. There's a salad here too. Not too shabby. Super nice beach. Most of the things are negotiable. Showers are not, I don't think, although the prices are a little variable. The shower here is very good, by the way. Private booth. You can lock the door, get changed, shower up. It's quite nice. It's $1. Now it seems like for locals it's $1 ECD dollar, Eastern Caribbean dollar, just like 50 cents. For if non-locals, it's $1 US dollar. If you can pass for a local, you might be able to get it for $1 ECD. The chairs are very negotiable. The ones over here with the umbrellas and such, they want 25 US dollars for 2 of those babies. Try to negotiate. No, didn't get too far with that. Found these chairs that we're at. All right, a little more broken down. Not the greatest chairs in the world, but good enough. $5 each. Done and dusted. He wanted more, but I think he wanted $30 for 4 chairs. I said, how about 20? Done. Not too bad. Great beach. Love it. Is she in charge of this whole thing?
She's in charge of up there.
No, she.
She's in charge of up there.
A lot of nice spices. So this is what I got. I got this one. Nutmeg, ground nutmeg. Just a nice display of nutmeg and other spices here. Beautiful. Streets of St. George, really interesting, very lively. I was looking to try to find some fresh fruit smoothie before I go back on the ship because they don't have them for some reason. Cannot find any, but lots of colorful street life. I found the right place. I found a smoothie place. Yay! Mango passion fruit smoothie. Fresh local fruits. 11 ECD, which is $5.50 for this big one. Believe me, this is the best thing I've had in a long time. It's so good. What a sweet way to wrap up my visit to Grenada. Got to come back to this island and explore a little bit more. Very lush, very green island, extremely friendly people, safe. St. George is a neat little town to walk around in. I love the beach. I like Grand Etang National Park quite a bit. Just didn't have enough time. That's always the way it is on cruise ships. But this is a great cruise port, no doubt.